Hello there. I've got a question for you. Say you're trying to do a little pest control around your house, so you look up pest control tips on Google. You see one page called 10 Awesome Pest Control Tips for Your Home. Then you see another called Why Our Pest Control Company is the Best Ever. Between those two pieces of content, which one are you going to click? Probably the first one, right? Yeah, because that's the type of info you were looking for. That's just one example of a mistake companies can make in their content marketing, and there are plenty more. In fact, you may be worried about making some yourself. Don't worry though. In this video, we're going to go over 6 of the most common content marketing mistakes to avoid. Number 1, not writing for search intent. One of the absolute worst content mistakes to watch out for is ignoring search intent. But what is search intent? Basically, it's what users are looking for when they search for a particular keyword. So let's say someone searches the term, how to set up a Wi-Fi router. In the search results, they see one page titled, Why Wi-Fi Routers Are Important, and another called, How to Connect a Router in 5 Steps. Between the 2 pages, they're probably going to choose the second one. It actually matches their search intent. Based on that keyword, the searcher is clearly looking for instructions on setting up a router. They don't really care about why routers are important. And let's be real, that first article might not even show up for that how-to search, since it's irrelevant. And even if a page does have the right kind of content somewhere on it, you can still make the mistake of filling most of the page with irrelevant information. Have you ever looked up a recipe online and had to wade through some blogger's entire ancestral history before you get to the actual recipe? Yeah, those bloggers definitely need to learn about search intent. Make sure you think about search intent in your own content. If you're writing a page for a particular keyword, look up that keyword to see what's currently ranking. That'll give you a good idea of what users are looking for, and you can add your expert insights from there. Number 2, being too salesy. Another content marketing mistake to avoid is focusing too much on selling a product or service. Now, let me clarify, it's fine to have pages that talk about your products and services, especially for pages that are targeted toward users who are ready to make a purchase. What you don't want to do is write a page for users who are only just starting to get to know you and then pack the entire page full of sales pitches. That's not going to go over well because those users are nowhere near ready to buy yet. This ties back into search intent. If someone is looking for informational content, that's what you should write. Don't make a page seem like it's informational and then turn every paragraph into an ad for your company. That is how you push your audience away. If you want to mention your products or services on a page, that's fine, but set a low limit for yourself. Dedicate the bulk of the page to providing helpful content. Number 3, directly copying other content. Another content marketing mistake to avoid, copying content from other sites. Now, there are a couple versions of this mistake. The first one is where you literally copy and paste entire paragraphs or articles word for word. That's obviously not smart. It's blatant plagiarism. Not cool, dude. But even if you phrase things in your own words and cite your sources, you still don't want to copy the exact same structure as another page ranking for the same keyword. Give the people something different. So, if you're writing a list of tips, don't just copy the exact same list as you find on another page. Try to be better than everyone else out there. Give people a new perspective while still meeting the search intent. Why should you do this? Because people and search engines want unique, helpful content. If readers find that your article is just a slightly rewritten version of another page they visited, they won't stick around and you'll start to see your search engine rankings drop. Number 4, writing dense, hard to read content. Next, it's important to avoid making your content too dense or hard to read. Let's say you're writing a blog post. There are multiple ways to write it, even with the same information. You could, for example, write the entire thing as a series of giant paragraphs with no breaks or headings. But as you might guess, that's not a good plan. No one wants to read that. It's incredibly dense and it's so easy to lose your place if you look away for a second. Plus, users like to skim content, and it's hard to do that when everything comes in enormous paragraphs. Instead, keep all your paragraphs relatively short, no more than a few lines each. Also, try to use bulleted and numbered lists where you can, and break your pages up even more by using headings and subheadings. You can also intersperse images throughout your written content where it's appropriate. Number 5, not incorporating SEO. Content marketing is a killer strategy, but it can't stand completely on its own. You should always try to pair it with search engine optimization, or SEO. SEO is where you get your content to rank in a search engine results so people will actually find it. For that reason, don't try to create content without considering SEO. The first and most important part of SEO is people. Write for people first by answering their questions, meeting search intent, and creating a good user experience overall. Try to integrate the core keyword you want to target so that search engines like Google will know what to rank it for. Don't overuse your keywords though. That'll make your pages unreadable. You may want to look for linking opportunities on other websites so you can earn backlinks to your content. Backlinks are where other websites link to your content on their pages, which tells search engines that your content is trustworthy. You can earn backlinks by looking for relevant websites, blogs, and articles, then contacting the site owners about those opportunities. Try to earn backlinks from sites that are relatively well known and considered reputable in your industry. The backlinks may come naturally without manual outreach as your online presence grows. Number 6, not making your content evergreen. Finally, one of the key content mistakes to watch out for is making content that ages poorly. Yeah, sometimes a time-sensitive piece of content is necessary and you'll have to update it as time goes on, but try to make plenty of evergreen content, which is content that will still be fairly relevant years down the road. Of course, it's inevitable that your evergreen content will age. When that happens though, don't worry. You can go back and update the content to match whatever changes have happened since it was written. Still, it takes effort to update pages, and you don't want to have changes weekly, monthly, or maybe even quarterly. It's best to plan helpful, long-lasting content that won't become outdated over a short period of time. Want to learn more about content marketing and how to make it work for your business? You're in luck because you've already come to the experts. At WebFX, we have plenty of experience with content marketing, so we know how to get the best results from it. You can learn more about content marketing plus SEO and other awesome digital marketing strategies by subscribing to our YouTube channel or our email newsletter, Revenue Weekly. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.